Hello and welcome. My name is Kevin.
I'm John.
This is Two Idiots Playing Board Games, a Tabletop Jones Productions.
Yay!
Yeah, I got it right this time. Basically, here we play games. We have fun. We're not an informative site, or channel. We don't teach you how to play the game, but you could. I mean,
it is possible.
Watch. Yeah, you might learn while watching us.
Like we will. We're not going to give a full a full breakdown of the rules because that's boring. No one really wants to watch that unless you're actually wanting to learn how to play the game. But like we do try to stick as close to the actual rules as possible. We tend to often go on our own interpretation of the rules if there's something that's unclear. So, but you may gain some level of understanding of how to play the game if you actually watch the actual gameplay and want to tune out our BS.
Yeah, we don't do too many house rules. I mean, only when it's totally, ununderstand. Only when the rulebook is totally,
if it's
incomprehensible that we can't figure out what the hell they're trying to say.
Yeah, if something's unclear to the level of, it doesn't say we can't in the rules, but it also doesn't say that we can.
Yeah.
But in order just to move forward, so we don't spend an actual full 3 hours playing a 1 hour game.
Right.
We'll just do our own, what we call our own house rules, and between the two of us, whatever we think is the best, makes the most sense as far as just to move the game forward, so we can finish the game instead of having to stop and go over the rules. We just go through it. So we apologize to any game companies if we don't mean to misrepresent your game.
Right. Well, if people are watching, then eventually they'll probably try the game anyway, so that would make them happy.
If you can afford it, that's one of the things we'll be discussing in future videos in a separate line of videos. This channel is just going to be us again, just playing, just like two friends meeting, to have a game night, except it's during the day.
Yeah, usually Sunday.
Usually.
Yeah. So right now, instead of watching football, I'm doing this.
That's only because the Giants aren't playing right now.
Well, even when they're playing, they're not playing right now.
I'm not a football guy, so I don't really. Maybe he can do his own.
Don't worry, it's just the bane of my existence right now, as you can see with the team I follow.
Yes.
Very much disappointment. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, some of the games we're going to be bringing to the table, some of the games I'll be bringing to the table, I have a number of games Star Wars related. I have X-Wing, Legion, Armada. I have a couple of games Star Trek related, Federation Commander, Attack Wing. There's also, I have BattleTech, which I've been dying to play with this guy for a long time now. We have Marvel Crisis Protocol, which we don't really play by the Crisis Protocol rules because sometimes it just gets a little too
complicated.
A little too complicated. Sometimes we just do one team against the other, which from what I'm finding out is what a lot of tournament play is becoming. Not that I've played in any, but I do read an article about it from time to time. We're going to be showing off our painting skills with some of these games.
Some games do have what are known as minis, little miniature plastic figures. It's some require assembly.
Yep.
Which
fat fingers, little pieces.
Yeah. It's some are just you can just paint them. I usually try to go by whatever artwork comes with the game, so I try to match the colors best I can. So it looks like it's just a little bit perfectionist me. I like to make it look like the characters came out of the card or the picture in the book, whatever.
That's what I try to do with the Marvel game. I try to keep it to the color scheme from the comics. I mean, I'm a big Marvel reader. I've had hundreds of their comics. I've read so many of their characters, and I'm very familiar with them, so I try to keep it, to it. That's just what I want to do. Other people can be creative. I'd rather stick to the original thing. Thank you, Stanley.
It's Stan Lee, not Stanley.
Yes.
Not like that.
I think they may have understood that.
But just in case you didn't.
Okay.
Now you have this extra clarification.
Yes. So anyway, funny story, if I may.
Please do.
Yes. So we used to play at Comic Book Jones exclusively, and we would mess around like we do anywhere else when we're playing these games.
Actually, with the inspiration. Sorry to cut you off, but so yeah, it's what inspired this channel. We want to bring that joy, that the fun of us just bantering back and forth while playing a game to you, the masses.
Yes.
So if you like we did have draw not like huge crowds, but
Some
we
people will come and
did,
watch.
we did have people like come like stand around and watch
Yeah.
us.
Some people. I mean, we used to play this game exclusively. We used to play War Machine and Hordes exclusively, like for like how many years? Like about 5 years at least.
Probably at least. Yeah.
Probably more than that. And that's what we were playing at the store, and people would come by, they would look, and then they would be interested in the game, and it drummed up a little bit of business for them while we were there. But then they closed, unfortunately. But before that happened, there was one day we decided to play here. I think it was like a Saturday night or something like that.
Might have been.
Yeah,
So
so
long ago.
this is before divorce, so my ex-wife was here, and we're playing and we're carrying on, and we're laughing and whatnot. And then I turn to her and I say, "Oh, by the way, this is why our games take so long at the store." She looks at me, she goes, "You do that at the store too?" Yes, we do this everywhere. Wherever we play, we have a fun time. We carry on, we joke around, make a lot of Simpsons references,
Yes.
sometimes even Futurama references.
Sometimes, I mean, it's quite possible that if you've never seen a single episode of The Simpsons or Futurama, it's like by
You'll be
word of
familiar
mouth,
with them
by
by
word
the
of
time-
mouth, you'll be familiar by the time
Yeah.
you're done watching this.
Yeah,
channel.
by the time you're done watching us, you'll be familiar. Yeah. So it all started with HeroClix.
Which is they talk about confusing rules at times.
Well,
Is,
that's why I said we have to simplify it sometimes.
Because they often tell you what you'll see in the games we play. It says one thing in the rule book, but there are also often cards that come with the games that can like change the rules. So the game rules will say after A happens, B happens, but there'll be a card that'll say after A happens, but before B happens, C happens.
Yeah. Exactly. And you're going, what? Exactly. That's
yeah,
what we
that's
we
us.
used to go, what? We don't like that. We'd rather just make the rules simple if we can,
I can't see
and
us,
just keep the game flow going. Matter of fact,
whatever makes the most sense.
that'll be one of the categories of our game reviews.
So yeah, how often do we have to stop and look at the rules once we've read them?
Yeah. Hopefully not often. That's why we're gonna try to play these games a bit before we start
Just get
recording
familiar with
to get all that
rules.
out of the way.
So so we're not constantly.
Nobody wants to see someone like this all the time.
Unless, because then we might as well just change the name of the show to Two Idiots Reading Rules.
Yes, and that's not nearly as entertaining. Although
Unless you're into that sort of thing, in which case,
Unless you're
you
making
might
fun of
want
it.
to seek psychiatric help. So if you're interested into watching somebody read, it's like look at them read those lines.
Yeah. Oh god.
That's it. There you go, line by line. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's where the creepiness comes out.
beautiful.
That's what he uses at that haunted house.
The question range. An actual haunted house, by the way.
I think we said enough about ourselves.
I think so.
Alright.
So please, hopefully, if this whatever final version of this video makes it onto the internet, please look forward to future videos from us, and we hope you enjoy.
Yep. And hit like and share. Share it
Subscribe.
everywhere. Try to get it out to as many people as possible.
We'll work on subscribing, getting some exclusive content for those who want to subscribe.
And we will also work to get more content out on not only the channel but also on social media. Just try to spread the word.
Help us
We're
out.
two idiots playing board games. Have a great day.
Ta-ta.